I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Welcome back to Thought Cabin. Today we're doing something a little bit interesting, a little bit different from usual. I'm joined with Andrew, my cousin. He will be here providing a second opinion on everything that we do here. So, as you can see in front of us, we have Lunchables and we have Lunchly. Now, Lunchly, for those of you who have been mercifully offline over the last several months, is a collaborative effort between three internet personalities. Those are MrBeast, Jake Paul, and the YouTuber KSI.
It's actually Logan Paul.
Is it Logan Paul?
Yeah.
MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI. Now, these three gentlemen have collaborated to bring what they say is a revolution in the lunch eating experience for children, which are, of course, the majority of their target audience. They bring together each of their specialties. So, for instance, here we see that this kit contains Prime, which is a hydration drink, so to speak, from the Paul brothers. It also contains a Feastables bar, which is, of course, from MrBeast. And KSI's contribution, presumably he blessed the food by rapping over it, sort of like a kosher rabbi does with the salt. So Lunchly comes in 3 flavors, and they advertise it as being of a comparable price to Lunchables. That's not entirely true. You're getting a comparable amount of food, but this was actually about 50 cents more expensive per kit than for the Lunchables. On top of that, another point that I want to deduct right off the bat is the fact that the Lunchlys are very hard to kind of track down. Myself and Andrew have spent several weeks looking at all the various Albertsons vendors in not just our town, but across the state of Maryland. And it was only today, by sheer happenstance, when I was in Safeway, that I found these Lunchlys. There had been tags for them every time we went previously, but the shelves were empty. So now they're here, and of course, much ado has been made about Lunchly, a lot of controversy. Many people say that the people behind it have sold out by pushing this stuff, which is basically slop, onto children, that they're taking advantage of a vulnerable audience demographic, and of course there have also been concerns about moldy cheese and other issues that have appeared in various cases on the shelves. And many people have talked about this at great length, but what I have not yet seen is a direct one-to-one comparison of all 3 of the available flavors. I've seen maybe someone comment on just the pizza in isolation or whatever, but in this case we're going to go through all 3 and we're going to make a direct comparison. So which would you like to start with, Andrew?
I say we save the drippy cheese for last.
Okay. So it's either the pizza or the turkey and cheddar crackers.
Let's crack open that pizza, bro.
Alright, let's crack open the pizza. Here's the pizza. Clear all this stuff out of the way for a second. And here, of course, is the Lunchables correlate. Alright. You want to open that one while I open this one? Let's get it all out. Okay, so the drinks. We have a cherry freeze flavored Prime hydration drink with the Lunchly, and with the Lunchables, we have a standard Capri Sun. Now there's 12 fluid ounces of liquid in this. In this, I think it's only about 6. So to be fair to the Lunchlys, they have a definite advantage as far as having twice as much volume with drink. Do we want to do a taste test of the drinks, or do we just want to do the pizza?
I say we alternate drinks as we go.
Okay. So I'll try the Prime, give my honest thoughts. I think we should each have one little pizza thing.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, my thoughts on drinking this brine. So I noticed that it says there's no sugar. There's definitely a lot of some sort of artificial sweetener in here. I guess I'm seeing sucralose. That makes a lot of sense. I see other chemicals which I don't really know what they do. Dipotassium phosphate, acesulfame, potassium, tocopherol acetate, pyridoxine, hydrochloride, and cyanocobalamin. Not sure what any of those are, but definitely this is a very sweet and kind of salty drink.
So let me give my thoughts on this Capri Sun. It's hidden very nostalgically in a factor that I think Prime does not have on us Gen Z members.
For sure. There's definitely no childhood nostalgia.
And unfortunately, I can't find any nutrition info, so I'm just assuming this shit is all natural.
Oh no. Oh, brother. Yeah, as far as having accessible packaging goes, I'm going to have to deduct a point from Lunchly here, because this tomato sauce is not opening with my fingers. You have any luck there? Yeah, you are. Cool. I will say, I had to grab a pair of scissors to cut open the sauce packet for the Lunchly pizza, which I think, if we're thinking about the logistics of like being a child, showing up to your elementary school cafeteria with your lunchbox, I think having to have additional tools to break into your own food is probably a serious inconvenience.
Yeah, they might search you for that and label it a weapon these days.
Yeah, in certain schools they might even, yeah. This is my Lunchly pizza. This is my Lunchables pizza. Lunchables, Lunchly. At first blush, they do look kind of similar. The Lunchly pepperoni is a little bit crispier and kind of darker, but other than that, they look quite similar. So let's take a bite of our Lunchables pizza first to get kind of a baseline, and then we'll take a bite of the Lunchly. Right? It's classic. You really can't go wrong with that.
I remember this from my childhood.
Mm-hmm. The classic, like a little bit just slightly too sweet tomato sauce. The cheese, the pepperoni, which is like surprisingly flavorful. Good stuff, good stuff.
They should have packed some napkins though.
They should have. Anyway, yeah, it's definitely quite messy. Now let's take a bite of our Lunchly pizza, and I really am going to be open-minded about this and try to be unbiased.
I'm not.
Okay, you know what? I may be a heretic for this. I think the Lunchly pizza is slightly better than the Lunchable pizza. I'm actually quite liking the pepperoni. And everything else is roughly comparable. The sauce is slightly less sweet, which just to me makes it taste more palatable. I don't know.
I disagree. This is like comparing McDonald's burger to something you get from Chili's. This feels a lot more flat, less full texture, less explosion of flavor in your mouth. It just feels more dull and factorized.
I can definitely agree that there's less of a strong flavor, for sure. And then whether or not you prefer that in your pizza is kind of a matter of subjective taste.
Oh, we don't waste food around here. We eat all this.
We're gonna eat all this. We're gonna eat all this. Last thing we need to try is the chocolate that comes with each of these kits. With Lunchly, we have the Feastables. With Lunchables, we have a classic Nestle Crunch. I think we're just gonna break these in half. Oh, this is also like a crunch style chocolate here. There's little cookie pieces in it as well.
Let's bring these into play.
Yeah. Damn.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, people.
It's real. Alright. Here we go. Let's go with the Crunch Bar first, and then eat the Feastables next. Okay, ready? Crunch Bar. 3-2. Classic Crunch Bar. How would you describe the flavor of what we're consuming right now?
It's got a great balance between a sweet chocolate flavor and a crunchy, crispy skeleton to it. So, texture-wise, I'm loving it.
Okay. Yeah. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's crunchy, it's good. Now we're gonna go with the Feastables bar, see if it's creamier or less creamy or sweeter or more bitter, what have you. It's a similar texture. It's again not quite as sweet. The chocolate is a little bit harder, like it doesn't melt as much. That's my take. I can't decide whether I like that one more or less. I don't know, what about you?
Well, you probably know what I'm gonna say. It's worse. It felt more bland. It felt like a knockoff of a Crunch Bar instead of something original.
To be fair, yes, the Crunch Bar did come first. Yeah.
And it just felt subpar. The crunches didn't feel as crunchy.
Yes, fair.
They felt more generic, not as genuine.
Well, I'll tell you what. The biggest thing that I'm seeing from Lunchly so far is a failure to innovate. At least with this pizza meal. We're gonna put these to the side, we'll finish them up later, and we'll move on to the next one. But with the pizza one, I mean, these are maybe, I would say, a little bit too similar. Really the biggest difference is the drinks. I would say there's a substantive difference between the prime drink and the Capri Sun drink, and whether you like that or not is a matter of subjective taste. But other than that, the chocolate, I really had to think for a second about like how I would distinguish the two of them. And the pizzas are quite similar too.
You'll get my thoughts on the prime drink later. I will have some shit to say.
But yeah, I mean, for this being the more expensive option, I think that Lunchly has not yet brought anything new to the table that really distinguishes it or makes it worth the higher price, or the greater difficulty of finding it in stores. So let's set these to the side, and we will open up our cracker and meat and cheese one next.
Ooh, Reese's.
Up next, we got the Lunchly Turkey Stack'ems alongside the Turkey and American Cheese Lunchables.
What I'm already noticing off the bat is that all three of the Lunchables come with different candy.
That's true.
We had a Crunch Bar, now we have a delicious Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and finally, it looks like a Kit Kat in there.
Yes. Yes, it does look like a Kit Kat is in the third Lunchables kit. This one is a milk chocolate generic Feastables, and I believe that it will be the same kind of chocolate in the Nachos one. Let's trade drinks here.
Get some peanut butter in there, bro.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is definitely an elite choice. Okay. All right, so first impressions right off the bat, we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crackers in this one. How many crackers you got in that? 6. So, same number of crackers. The crackers in the Lunchly look a little bit different. They've got larger holes, for whatever that's worth.
Less food.
Yeah, that might be true. That's a good point. Let's take a look. This is the turkey in the Lunchly. This is the turkey in the Lunchable.
I say that one looks more pale, dude.
I think so, but I do honestly think that one looks more processed.
Fair.
We've got a more rich orange American cheese, and then the cheese on this one's kind of it's kind of a blob when you first get it. You peel it off, it's kind of a pale yellow. This might be sharper in flavor. I guess we'll find out. First thing we gotta do is review the drinks.
I will say, it is slightly easier just to twist the cap off. That's true.
especially for a little kid who doesn't have very much dexterity. Okay, Pacific Cooler Capri Sun. Honestly, one of my favorite Capri Sun flavors, personally. I like the kind of fruit punch flavor of it. That being over the top, it's got kind of a nice tropical blend of fruits. It's a classic Capri Sun, you know what you're gonna get. Andrew, how do you feel about the ice pop flavored Prime?
Dude, this may sound shocking, but I think Logan Paul's converted me. This shit is amazing.
He likes it.
Dude, I would buy this.
Okay, so we both got good drinks. Let's go ahead and make ourselves kind of a standard turkey and cheese stacker here. What would that be? Maybe 2 slices of cheese, 2 slices of turkey, and two crackers?
2 crackers, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, hold on. We got to do like a good comparison, so I can get one, you can get one.
Oh, I thought you meant 4 crackers.
Like this. See? Yeah, you got it. I'll make one of those myself. Make one of these over here. Yeah, this turkey, I'm not gonna lie, is like slimier and wetter on the Lunchable side, which I'm not super thrilled about personally.
Yeah, and cheese on the Lunchly looks pretty damn good.
So this may be the one where Lunchly takes it, but I guess we'll have to do the ultimate taste test. That's what's gonna make a difference here. All right, let's start with the Lunchable cracker, and then we'll get to the Lunchly. Lunchable first. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's fine. It just doesn't really taste like anything.
Yeah, it's just very mid.
Yeah. All right, and then we got the Lunchly one. Oh no, you ready? All right, we're gonna do the Lunchly one now. Ready? Go. Okay, yeah. So at first I was thinking, oh, this just tastes like the previous one. But actually there's kind of an aftertaste that hits you later. The meat is a little bit saltier, which I think is actually a point in its favor. And the cheese has kind of a nice smoky taste to it that really kicks in after a couple seconds on your tongue. I think I'm kind of enjoying this.
I'm gonna try the cheese solo. That is good shit.
Okay. So far, Lunchly is impressing with this particular meal.
But let's see what the desserts have to say.
I'm gonna break them in half.
Reese's is my favorite candy personally, so I'm gonna have a lot of bias. And that MrBeast bar better impress.
Let's start off with the Reese's. Chocolate and peanut butter. What can you say? A match made in heaven.
Perfection. Might I add, the bottom and top of the Reese's, they're more pliable, but the edges are crunchy. So it just is orgasmic in a way.
I suppose so. Alright, now we're gonna... Did you just drop it? Alright. Now we're gonna get to the MrBeast Feastables chocolate. This is the milk chocolate one. We'll see how it tastes. You know, as far as milk chocolate goes, that's pretty high quality.
That hits. I like that better than Hershey's milk chocolate.
Yeah, better than like a generic Hershey's bar for sure. Does it hold a candle to the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? I think that's a matter of subjective taste. Probably both of us would say no. But in terms of like just generic milk chocolate, like if this was going up against a Hershey bar, it would take it, I think. So I think the verdict is, I think honestly the Lunchly Turkey Stackum, this one, does have a slight but definite edge over the Lunchable equivalent.
MrBeast, if you're watching this, please make peanut butter cups. I will buy them.
There you go. I do think that chocolate with some peanut butter would probably hit. Now for the moment we've really been waiting for all this time. The drippy cheese. We're about to crack open the nachos from both offerings. Now this better not be moldy. If it's moldy, it's getting a 0 out of
10. Or you keep that one.
Okay. Oh, you know what? This cheese is looking actually kind of drippy. I'm not gonna lie.
This cheese looks just processed, generic, bland.
It also smells good.
Oh, it's like some quality queso.
Doesn't it look like quality queso? I'm not even gonna lie. We're not being paid by the Paul Brothers or MrBeast or anyone.
And this just looks like
Shield
paste.
here. Damn. Okay. Okay, KSI. I see you. All right. And of course, the MrBeast bar is hiding inside the chips.
Likewise, the Kit Kat.
Okay, so I guess we should start off with the drinks, as per usual. This is the strawberry banana prime. You have what flavor? I think it's just fruit punch flavored Capri Sun.
The OG.
You know, this actually tastes like there's real fruit in it. Or at least there's a strong idea of real fruit inside of it. Like this, it actually felt like I just ate a strawberry and a banana. Or a smoothie. Which I think is good. And is indicative of high quality artificial flavoring. Because there's definitely no strawberries or bananas on the ingredients list here. But, could have fooled me. What do you think?
Hey, no complaints here, just as good as the first one.
Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna take some of your, these are so small. In both cases, I think they're very small.
Are they small or are they average?
Maybe they're too big. No, I'm kidding. Well, let's try the chip in isolation first. I think that's important. So, you grab a chip. I'll grab one of each of these chips.
Very average size chip right here, very average. Not small, don't let anyone tell you that.
Okay, so, Lunchables chip. Whatever. Lunchables chip. Tastes very similar. How are you feeling about the difference between the chips?
Needs more salt.
I agree. I think it's just dry and bland, but I guess that's what the point of the sauces is for. Alright, so grab one of your Lunchables and dip it in the cheese, and then we'll try that, and then we'll do the same with the Lunchable. Alright. Lunchables cheese. Ready? Go. Okay, there's surprisingly more flavor in that than I expected.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's got a nice tang to it.
it is not bad. It looks to be deceiving.
I don't think it's real cheese, but what it reminds me of is like if you go to a football game or a baseball game and you buy nachos there, you're getting something very similar, I think. Now, let's try the Lunchly chip and the Lunchly queso.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
I do like my cheese drippy, bro. Let's see it drip. Oh, it's dripping. Oh, it's dripping. All right, you ready? Three, two, one. You know, the flavor is surprisingly similar.
Yeah, this one actually feels a little more mild than that one.
Yeah, it does. Even though they look so different. And I can see real, like, pepper pieces in here. Whereas this is just kind of a homogeneous yellow blob.
I wonder if there's real cheese in either of them.
I think this is real. I'm inclined to believe it. But, I'm not sure. Now we gotta try the salsa, of course. So,
Now,
what's up?
Lunchly very clearly has more salsa than Lunchables.
That is true. That is very true. Alright, let's try the Lunchable salsa and chip. I'm not really a fan. It reminds me of if you go to Whataburger and you get their hot sauce ketchup, it just tastes like that, which is a little bit disconcerting.
I don't mind. I like the kick.
It's a good kick.
I'm not normally a salsa guy.
It's a good kick, but not quite the salsa that I'm looking for. Let's try the Lunchly salsa. Ready? You know, I think I like this one slightly more.
I disagree.
Okay.
This is a little more like bland ketchup. This one actually has a kick.
I think for me, it tastes a little bit fresher, and I like that.
I can see that.
This one feels like I was saying, it feels like it came out of a packet at a fast food restaurant. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have more of this queso, for sure. I just like queso in general. So Andrew, how are we feeling in total about the difference between the Lunchly and the Lunchable? Let's start from the very beginning with the pizza. So to recap, I think we felt that they were very similar and that there really wasn't anything that Lunchly was doing to distinguish itself from its previously established competitor. So no innovation was really had there. I think there was some innovation with the turkey stackers.
For sure.
I do feel that there were higher quality ingredients used there, which created a more flavorful experience. And of course, it would be nice if they did include a different chocolate so that we didn't just have, you know, 2 Lunchly offerings with the same Feastables milk chocolate option. I think with the nachos, it's kind of a draw. I personally feel that they're slightly better. Andrew, I think you disagree?
This looks to the eye like it will be significantly better. This, to me, tastes better. Even the cheese. Because the cheese, it's more flavorful and less mild. And I guess that all comes down to preference. If you like a mild queso or more heaty queso.
It's true, it's true. Ultimately, when it comes to your wallet, if you are like a working class person and you've got young kids, out of the 2 of these options, in a vacuum, you should probably go with the Lunchables. It is a more affordable offering, and you're just going to get better value for your money, because you're basically getting the same stuff across these 3 options.
If you want the clout, though, I think Lunchly has the clout.
Lunchly has the clout. If you want your kid to maybe be seen as like the coolest Gen Alpha at recess, maybe get the Lunchly. And if you're going to choose any of these 3 offerings instead of getting a Lunchable, then you should probably get the turkey stacker. If your kid really likes nachos or really likes pizza, then I guess it's a choice you have to make. But, you know, these are the different factors to weigh out. Ultimately, my advice is to feed your kids none of this stuff. I think all of it is slop. And if you can afford it and if you have the time, it's probably better to pack your kids food that is fresh and has more nutritional value. I think in either case, I would personally probably not give my kids Lunchables or Lunchly.
Hey, leave it for me, bro. I'll eat all this.
Okay, well, thank you for watching Thought Cabin. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.